Everyone, it's Michelle. Thank you so much for joining. Today I have a special guest. His name is Ash 8 Lux. And first of all, I want to thank you, Ash. And not only has he been an amazing supporter on my channel, but I see that you're in all the luxury YouTubers' comments and have just a great cheerleader for all of us. And I've really enjoyed connecting with you. And I can finally say I know someone in Luxembourg. I didn't even really know who that was.
A lot of people, like a lot of people.
But it's really cool to be able to connect with luxury lovers across the world. Welcome. And I wanted to talk today because I see what type of shopper you are, what type of luxury items that you gravitate toward, and specifically because we're invited to get your hands on the highly coveted Nike Louis Vuitton shoes.
Hello everyone, bonjour, this is Ash from Ashelux, and you can find me on YouTube and Instagram at Ashelux. So very excited today to be joining Michelle on this interview.
Thank you so much. And if I butcher any of the pronunciation, you can help me.
I'll correct you in live.
We pronounce all the brands incorrectly. Ash really interested me in his selection of goods and his invitation for the Nikes. You're actually our dream customer. But what is it about luxury that draws
you? Yeah, so the very first thing I love is definitely the exclusivity. Now, that is something that is quite important to me. I always gravitate towards something that is exclusive. It's why I love just not to be everybody else in the street. I love to be different, to have different things that I don't see a lot. So a lot of my collection reflects that, where I would tend to get limited edition or runway pieces that I don't see everywhere. I like that. And a second thing about luxury, it's the quality and the craftsmanship. Specifically talking about ready-to-wear, which I purchased quite a bit of. I did a change recently where I've turned all my non-luxury ready-to-wear into only luxury ready-to-wear. It was because when I found something I like, I was wearing it often, and then there was like a damage or it would get like discolored, or there was something with it, and it would make me sad. I wanted to enjoy something for years. Like this t-shirt I bought over 1 year ago and it still looks brand new. The quality is there. Of course, I take care of my things, but at the same time, I feel that there is a nice quality, a nice design, and it's exclusive. These are all the things that I love. Actually, talking about this, regarding the Nike in the US and Vuitton collab, a lot of people were not selected, and only a handful were selected. And I know that in store, the essays were speculating about, comparing the profiles of those who were selected versus those who were not selected. And the people who were selected, they purchased from a lot of different categories. They have explored in and out the various aspects of the brand, meaning you don't only shop in the leather goods section, SLG small leather goods section, you also go towards the perfume, the ready shoes, fine jewelry. For Vuitton, it will be the outside of the trunks and so on, or you even have some trunk bags, or you could go to the furniture, to the home pieces, to a lot of categories that you explore what the brand has to offer in general, more as a lifestyle actually. Because a lot of products are about a lifestyle. If you look at Louis Vuitton itself, it has products for the beach, like a towel, or there is a surfboard, or you have products even for sports. They have a dumbbell with the vachette handle. I don't know how that's going to go with the sweat, but they have so many products. You can choose from stationery as well. I think the stationery are quite popular, the desk agendas and so on.
So I'm wondering, as you say this, because this is when I worked for Vuitton, they did promote that we need to talk about the lifestyle. It was heavily promoted that Vuitton is a lifestyle. Is that more of a European mindset, do you think?
I think I'm not sure if it's really segmented by country, so US versus Europe, because there are European customers who are also very focused.
Mhm.
But something I've noticed is that in Europe, it's also very relaxed when you go to the shop, especially even Louis Vuitton or Hermes. You feel like you're in someone's like lounge area. Louis Vuitton has done a beautiful lounge area. You feel like you are in someone's home, and you're just inside a very cozy place. It's not like those shops that are, you know, like grocery shop where you just see all the products one after the other.
Yeah.
It feels cozy. It feels like it's inviting you into the world of Louis Vuitton as a whole or of Hermes as a whole. You're invited, you see all the different products exposed, and a lot of times they will actually placing their own furniture, so the Vuitton furniture, the Hermes furniture, and they will do a little styling of a little set where you can sit down with, you know, a table in the middle and some chair or a sofa, a couch, you know, something, say that some decor. And talking about a vase, I do have a vase. I wanted to show everyone. This is my actually no, it's the Petit Boîte Chapeau, I think, vase. I just love this one with the beautiful flowers. I think the white match white really well.
Yes, that is beautiful.
And you can see the monogram and the name tab. And it also actually has handle. You're not going to see it very well with the flowers that I put. But this is one of those items that you see it in store and you just look at how it is over there. And I was like, well, I like the design. I like the aesthetic of this item overall. And a lot of these items, I know in Vuitton, they can be quite spectacular. They are in French what is called a pièce exceptionnelle, like an exceptional piece. But there are some items I think you can marry very easily with your at-home decor and just, it will go with everything.
Another question I have, when you do shop, it sounds like you do embrace the lifestyle of the brand, but do you ever have a specific goal in mind, such as like, did you have the sneakers in mind? Or if you're an Hermes, are you on the journey for a Birkin? Or so is it a goal for you, or is it just you simply like to explore the different categories?
Honestly, I think I'm just a wanderer. I will go into the world of Louis Vuitton and I'm going to explore everything. And the night shoes or any other sometimes runway pieces and so on, they will tend to drop. And this is a new hype. There will be another one coming. We all know in the future there's going to be something else. For Hermes, it's always about the Ver quota bags. And it's not a goal of mine, honestly, to shop for those. I will buy things that I love. I want to bring in more luxury into my life, into my wardrobe, into my home, everywhere really. And these items, I will just take them as they come. And I'm someone who's not at all goal driven or anything like that. I'm very, chill, take things as they come. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. But when it comes, I have to say that I've been exposed to their bag before I was exposed to the brand. And it took me from the bag, I was like, oh, that's a nice bag. And then I started getting to know more of the brand. And it's been 2 years, and I still haven't even made a very clear effort to ask the store for the bag, because I'm just so busy exploring all the other things the store has to offer. And I don't really have a specific idea or very focused on one thing. I'm just exploring the journey, the brand, the maison as a whole, and see where it goes from there.
Which is why you're the ideal client. So having worked for Vuitton, there were certain events and product that we would invite people to purchase or invite to events. And it was not necessarily the one who spent the most money. It was for the people who were willing to explore the brand more than just handbags, particularly more than just canvas handbags. It was the people who were looking at ready to wear. Some customers think, oh, isn't canvas bags and shoes enough? No, fine jewelry, ready to wear was huge. Home items, like you said, products that were extraordinary. fine jewelry. I said fine jewelry, watches, things that would complete the lifestyle.
Exactly. Yeah.
So wait, you actually saw people crying in the Hermes store? Like crying because they couldn't get an appointment?
Yes. People were crying. Yeah. And some people, I had an assay working with me. Some people would literally, like, my assay was just looking at something in my bag because maybe she was thinking there was a receipt that it was missing. She was looking, it was in the bottom. While she was looking in my bag, other customer would come and talk to my assay, like, pointing at their phone, I want this, or how many of these can you sell me? Like, oh my God, I am working with someone. Please let that person finish first, and when they say says goodbye, then you approach again. Don't just, that person is doing something, come and be like, hey, excuse me, what is this? Like, to me, at Hermes, I did feel it was a lot of chaos. I am someone who shops in more relaxed environment. My local stores are very relaxed, calm, and there's not a lot of people. Even on Saturday, there is people, but it's always they tend to go in certain areas where they're calmer, or there's some parts of the shops where you can just sit down and it's like peace and quiet around you. I'm more this type of person, so I don't do well in chaotic situations. But in my local store, it's very calm and peaceful, so it's easier. And I don't see people, even if they're told no, I've never seen someone with such extreme reaction that I've seen in Paris, especially that Hermes store. It was, I don't think anybody would want to work there, to be honest, looking at what we have to go through on a daily basis.
Oh, I agree. We had those crazy customers where I worked, and I was not in Paris, so I could only imagine. And if you can believe it, just about 4 years ago, the Hermes store was always quiet. And now there's always a line out the door. Same with Vuitton.
Yes.
And constantly just people interrupting. I just want to ask a question. Can I get this? Not wanting to wait in line.
Oh my God, yeah.
So, the audience wants to see your Nikes. So let's pull out the committee.
Oh, yes. We just get... So they are in their dust bag because I've worn them, and the bottom will be quite dirty otherwise, so I don't want to dirty my couch. So there they are. Let me do a little close-up for you. So you have the monogram all over, and this, I think, is the right part is the canvas, and on top this is I guess more of a leather texture. So, and at the end of the shoelace, it's written lacet. Lacet meaning shoelace in French. And on this side, get it. So on this side, it's written, I think, Louis Vuitton and Nike, if you can see in gold right over here. And I think there's a reference code or something inside. Yes, inside in this little tab, there is, I guess, the product or the reference code. So there they are, and I've worn them several times. I have to say, they're really comfortable.
So I wanted to mention the shoes because I hope the audience gets out of this conversation that you are the ideal client, and that only a select few customers were actually invited to purchase the shoes. Everyone who's a fan of Vuitton and Instagram knows about Foxy LV, and she had posted the shoes and wrote the caption, if your SA has not contacted you, do not send a smoke signal, you're not getting the shoes. So, like I said, when I worked there, we didn't have Nikes, but there were exclusive products that one had to be invited to. So everything that Ash talked about today of being the lifestyle client, embracing not just one category, but the entire culture of Vuitton, Hermes. These are the clients that, quote unquote, deserving, people might not like me saying that, but deserving of an invitation. And that you would represent the brand well, and that you wouldn't turn around and sell the shoes for profit.
I shouldn't have worn them already because I've already worn them. So the value is already diminished.
Don't worry, I'm sure someone will still want to buy them even though you worn them. But were you expecting the shoes or were you wishing for them?
Okay, so let me tell you my entire journey with those shoes. I was invited to a viewing party for the, I think this is the Printemps-Été 2022 collection, so the Spring-Summer 2022 collection. There was a viewing party in July 2021.
Okay.
I saw these shoes, and after the essay put the entire collection on some paper, so you had all the products like the lookbook, and it was they put a little event, so there was some cocktails and refreshments and so on. And after they were like, well, they would take a wish list of all the things that the people wanted, so ready to wear. Some people wanted some made-to-order pieces, but these were like, okay, we're going to contact Paris to know how to get like the logistics for these ones. And at those events, they presented all the Nike shoes. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. And other people were like, I want this, I want that, I want that, I want that. And fast forward to December 2021. So you can do the pre-order for the Printemps-Été, which is going to be the Spring-Summer 2022 collection, from which I've got some other items. And I was telling myself, but the Nike shoes are not included. She was telling me, well, we don't have any news. Then fast forward again to May 2022. This is where Foxy LV, or maybe it was April, Foxy LV posted that post, don't send me smoke signal and so on. And I think everybody went crazy. I know a lot of people were contacting the SS anyways. And this is where I saw everyone getting the call at the beginning of May. Mm-hmm. And around this time, my essay was on vacation. So she was on vacation. I didn't receive any call from her. I even talked to some people. I was like, I think I'm not getting it. Maybe I should do something else. There's always something. I'm not doing. I was sad, of course, at the beginning, but at the same time, I'm like, there are other things. Like if I don't get one thing, maybe it was a destined for me. I'm going to get something else. There's always something else that you could focus on. And after my essay comes back from a vacation, a couple of days ago, she calls me, and then I have to go into the store to do a pre-order and make the deposit. And then 1 month later, I got these very recently, actually.
Yay.
Thank you.
It's important to note, too, because it was July 2021 when they showed you the lookbook, right?
Yes.
And to get invited to that.
And I think it was in June 2021 where the fashion show happened, where the model was wearing these shoes at your runway. Mm-hmm. So it was not, I don't know what they were really trying to say. I knew that Foxy had this a couple of times when people were asking, because a lot of people were asking her as well, what is happening with those shoes? And she said, well, they're trying to deal to see how they're going to release them. So we had a lot of waiting. I knew about this for almost 1 year. And of course I wanted them, but at the same time, I don't only limit myself to these. I was already doing other things, seeing what was coming and then purchasing other items, looking at everything what is going on in the brand and getting more things. And at the end of the day, when these will come, the return will come eventually. I knew it. So I just take things casually, slowly, no pressure. But that's the way I do it.
I always say that too. If you don't get the thing, then it's not meant to be, and there's something else for you. And that's anything in life. Shoes, handbag, boyfriend, whatever. But also, it's important to note that with your shoes, that you had seen that back in July 2021. But even to get invited to that event, your journey had to start before that. So,
Yes.
so anyone thinking that they see these shoes and think, well, let me drop all this money right now so I get invited to get the shoes, it is not going to happen, because even though it's not, written in stone, there is somewhat of a journey to become that client that gets invited, whether it's shoes or it could be, like you said, anything else down the line that comes into play. And also, it's never guaranteed. And that's how much in advance those orders are put, because I did have ready-to-wear clients too that wanted particular pieces, not everything is going to be guaranteed when you place an order or show interest, or even if you put money down on it.
Actually, with the pre-order, you have to do a full deposit of the entire amount, but there is no guarantee. Like, I know for this one, when I asked myself, do you think it's going to be there? I was like, well, they're trying their best. So it's almost a guarantee that, because they chose the people this time, so it was almost a guarantee you were going to get it. But for runway pieces or for the collection that you pre-order, I've had pre-orders canceled before because they couldn't find the piece for me. And it happened with the collection that when I was talking about in January, so in December 2021 for this collection, the Printemps-Été 2022, so the 2022 spring-summer. This collection, I wanted 3 pieces of ready-to-wear, and I only got 1 out of the 3. So sometimes they do get cancelled, and it's always bad. Of course, you don't feel great when your pieces get cancelled, but you need to roll with the punches, I guess, see something else that you wanted. I think that if you ever want to get invited to those events or get these exclusive items, the best thing is you find an essay with whom you have a good relationship and you have a good feeling with. And then you slowly start going from there, and eventually you're going to get there. Something that Misha said before about, when I was invited to this first event in store in July, actually I started purchasing when I moved in already April, May 2020. That was when I moved to the country, and I started already building, my relationship with the store. I went to a couple of essays at the beginning until I find one that I really enjoyed and started working with that essay. And after, you take your time, you see how things goes, and then eventually you're going to get there. Because it's not as you said, it's not like you come, drop a load of cash, and then, well, the next day you want something and you're going to get it. It takes time, and it's also good to enjoy your ride. Like, don't be stressed about something. Just go easily and calmly and see where it goes. Because maybe I wouldn't have gotten this, but there would be something else in line for me or something like that.
It's a very different mindset than just like the Amazon mindset we have here of like, just put in cart. I want it now, and we'll get it the next day. So definitely, as just speaking from experience as a client advisor, there were the handful of people, if there were something to come up, of course, let me check with this person because she's a loyal client to Vuitton. She's a loyal client to me. So the relationship does matter. I know some viewers aren't going to like to hear that. And like we said, your well-rounded purchasing across categories, just canvas and shoes isn't going to make you the ideal Vuitton client. I love that you say all that about your journey because it's important. It is a relationship with the brand in general. And from my perspective too, it wasn't up to the SA, it wasn't up to the CA. It was up to us to nominate. We actually had to nominate people, and then it was the decision makers of corporate to tell us if our nomination went through or not. So it's quite a process. The ideal client, but not only that, like I said, I appreciate seeing your support on social media because just having this community too has really motivated me and my channel.
And also thank you, Misha, for creating these videos but it's extremely hard, and that's why I want to show my support to all of these people. When you're exposing yourself out there, it's not easy, and it's always important. A comment takes me, like 5 seconds, 10 seconds of my life, but it can mean so much to you. But I will definitely write it down. I enjoy actually watching a lot of those, not only you, but a lot of those luxury YouTubers videos. It's always great to have this interaction because you are having a lot of interaction with people who have the same mindset as you. So I'm very, very, very happy to be part of this community and also to be supporting our people who are part of this wonderful luxury community that we have on YouTube and Instagram.
Love it. Thank you so much. See, one last thing. Let's see the shoebox.
Oh, the shoe. Oh, actually, the shoebox is so beautiful, but I want to keep it this time. Normally, I don't keep all of my boxes, but if I don't know if you can see it from there,
Yeah.
but the shoebox is actually monogram all over. It's like an embossed monogram all over. It is so beautiful. I want to keep this shoebox. And talking about these, there are a couple of other items that came with it. So first there is this leather, I guess, a leather Nike logo.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is leather, and there's also this little tab. So this tab is written Louis Vuitton, and then there is the Nike logo and air. So you can actually, something that my answer was telling me, you can also put it on one shoelace like this. You can just intertwine it, and it's going to look like the off-white sneakers with a little tab hanging from the side. So also interesting for this little item. So all of these actually with the sneakers.
So thank you again. I'm going to end the conversation here. And I wanted to thank my audience too. If you like this content, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to Ash as well. Ash It Looks on Instagram and YouTube. And my name is Michelle. Thank you so much for joining. Bye. Hello, everyone. There has been an update since I shot this video. An update just came out this week. The information, of course, is from Foxy LV on Instagram. If you are a Vuitton follower, you know about Foxy. And she posted the information. There will be a lottery system for the Nike Air Force 1 Virgil Abloh collaboration on July 19th. The time is not to be determined, and I don't believe they're going to tell you the time. This is what I know just of working there. They may or may not give you a start time, but how it works, it is going to be a lottery system. During the sale, each user will be placed in a waiting room. Every minute, a random and limited number of users will be given the opportunity to view the collection and pick 1 out of 9 sneakers to buy. Please note the sizing is not Louis Vuitton sizing, it is Nike Air Force 1, so be sure you know your Air Force 1 sizes, and be sure which 1 out of the 9 you are going to purchase, or if that's just going to be whatever has your size available. This is not time to read the description or dilly-dally. As soon as you see your shoe, put it in the cart. Then, once you put it in the cart, okay, it says once you have passed the waiting room, they will have 10 minutes to place into cart. Payment confirmation does not mean final acceptance of an order, so you better be quick, put that shoe in your cart and pay for it. Otherwise, someone else will, and that is why your payment confirmation does not mean it is ordered. So they could take your money, but if you don't get your shipping confirmation, you did not get this shoe. So the 4th step, if your order is accepted, you will receive the confirmation email. So that is my advice. And as an employee, we only had this like crazy system once, and it wasn't lottery like this is with the waiting room. So this watch that I had a couple years ago, there was a fine jewelry and watch sale, and they let us know in advance. They gave us a sheet of the SKUs that we were allowed to purchase, and it was very limited. They did not tell us even what time these items were going to go on sale. They just told us the date. So guess what I did? I sat at the computer in the workroom from 8 a.m. and I think it opened at like 11:30. So they gave you the SKU sheet so you could study, and I knew exactly which watch I wanted to get. So as soon as I saw it, I put it in the cart and checked out. And I got lucky and I got the watch, but that was the only way, and that's how quick it has to be. That's how limited these shoes are, super limited. So if you just watched the video, these shoes were first by invite only. So I'm guessing the ones that were not purchased, and it might be odd sizes or who knows, there's not going to be a whole lot. So if you do not get in the lottery, and even if you get in the lottery and do not get your shoes, not to worry. It's not the end of the world, but good luck to you.